What terrified you as a kid that isn't scary now? My grandmother's wallpaper at night. Catching fire. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to get set on fire at all, but the amount of stop, drop, and roll lessons I got in kindergarten made me think this was going to be a once a year thing at *minimum. Opening the shower curtain, I was sure there was some monster or murderer waiting for me behind it. My bedroom as a kid was a den converted into a bedroom/laundry room, and one wall was covered in a black mirror with gold paint flecks, very 70s. But at night the shadows combined with the dark glass and paint made me imagine faces, figures, etc. It really scared me, and I would line up my stuffed animals along my bed to protect me. Asking my grandpa a question. Man, was he intimidating to talk to as a kid. Now I love talking to him when I can. Bees and wasps. To be honest, I still prefer they don't buzz around me, but when I was little I remained a safe 5 meters away from them. There was a huge abandoned windmill in our neighborhood that once pumped water from the river. At random, the windmill blades would start to turn at night, never in the day. As kids that used to hang out nearby, it felt like the windmill was haunted as it came to life at dark hours. That worms would come out of my shower head. The beast from the Sandlet freaked me out back then, but now that I can see how low budget the dog looks, still an amazing movie by the way, I find it a bit less scary. The video for Mitchell Jackson's Thriller. Thunderstorms. I used to hide under the covers and could only run from the room between flashes. Now I will sit at the window and watch. I love a good thunderstorm now. All it took was a very weird 9-ish-year-old me to stand at the window during a big storm and yell things like, "Is that all you've got?" Yeah, kinda like Lieutenant Dan, but before I ever saw Forrest Gump. The little doll guys from the movie 9 scared me when I was like 6. Jesus randomly showing up during dinner, I thought he'd juice the door. Clearly I was raised to fear the wrath of God. Edited. Thank you for my first awards. Flushing the toilet. My ever-growing apathy towards life took out most fears. Foot hanging off the bed and monsters can get me. Good. I have work in the morning. Looking at mirrors in the night. Thought they would become haunted in the dark. Edit. Thank you guys. Really needed it. Didn't know this would be such a relatable thing. I did think it was a really unique weird type of fear. Edit 2. Till that my fear was based on an optical illusion, as presented in some of the replies that pointed to this video, which explains it. The dark. Just kidding, I am still a little bitch. The movie Jeepers Creepers. Large Marge. Opening a can of Pillsbury biscuits. Just waiting for that pop after unraveling the paper. Spooky. I was always afraid of Baby Bell cheese. Not sure why, but I'm over it now that I'm older. Running up the basement stairs after turning off the light. J/K, that shit is still terrifying. Hades from Hercules. Now I like him better than any other villain. Thistles and cacti. Basically any plant that had nasty spikes. Whenever I'd walk in a grass field and see a tiny thistle plant near my foot, I would stop dead in my tracks and call for help. Nowadays, I still get uneased at the thought of falling onto those things, especially the giant thistles. Being spanked. The Bermuda Triangle. I've encountered it a lot less than I thought I would have. Escalators. Many thanks to Rescue 911 for convincing me I was going to get eaten by one if my shoe wasn't tied. Literally my own shadow. The THX logo. Edit. Thank you. My first award. Cicadas. Or more precisely, their sound. Also dragonflies. For the same reason. Gorillas. That SpongeBob episode as a kid scarred me. I would have to close my eyes once that part came on and my brother had to tell me when it was over. My uncle, knowing I was scared of it, told me killer gorillas lived in the dark part of the basement, so every time I went down there for something, I'd sprint full speed back up the stairs. Velociraptors. That pipe's screensaver from Windows. I had nightmares getting crushed by them. When I rarely get them now, I sometimes can use them for lucid dreaming. So I win. The Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. Nothing. Everything is 1,000,000 times scarier now than it was when I was a kid. Edit. Thanks for the awards, folks. Glad to see I'm not the only one who thinks being a grown-up is scarier than we could have possibly imagined. Sundeath. Also, I cried when I saw a black woman for the first time. A stuffed, dead pheasant my dad shot while hunting. It scared me so much he had to keep it in the garage. Seeing a scary thumbnail on a YouTube video and randomly think of it throughout the day. Thanks to Goosebumps, I was afraid of loofahs, sponges, and those little poofball things you wash off with. I didn't get over this stupid fear into adulthood after I got married. I swore he lived in my bedroom closet. I watched the movie with my cousins on Thanksgiving when I was little, and to this day I've never watched the whole thing. It doesn't terrify me anymore, but I just don't have any desire to watch it.